Hey, Happy New Year. Welcome back to Thoughts to Think About. I'm Ephraim.
I'm Liz.
I'm Reid.
And we've got some thoughts for you to think about here in 2024. We're back. Thanks for joining us this week on another special episode on Thoughts to Think About. It's not that special of an
Every
episode.
episode
I was just like,
special.
every episode is special.
Every episode is special.
Because
Exactly.
of you, listener. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Nice.
Yeah, where?
Got that in early. I like that. That's good. That's good.
Now.
So it's a new year. New year, new me. And so I'm doing things a little different this year. I'm not. I'm
Not
really
me.
not. There's literally nothing
New
different.
year, new sound. I'm now going to have a deeper voice this year. Can't you tell?
I remember my first chocolate.
Oh my gosh.
Every year, the past like 3 or 4 years, around this time, like the first or second week of the year itself, I have lost my voice. So the way I see it, if I start like mid or low off, like start the year off like really low, then it's only up from here. So that's how I'm choosing to view it.
So do you think you saying you unlock extra skill in the year if you're
Oh,
really messed up,
yeah, sure. And that's how I'm going to see it.
Yeah, okay.
That's how I'll see it.
It's a year of growth, growth mindset on the new year.
Amen.
How do you guys feel
A
about
woman.
Women.
How do you guys feel about New Year's resolutions? I don't know if I didn't get to talk about this last year because
Did we not?
I had babies last year.
Oh, right.
Oh.
You were gone.
I'm a father. If you didn't know,
You're a father?
I'm a father. I have kids, and so multiple
Weird.
kids.
I feel like we would have known about
Good
that.
Lord.
Yeah, right. They're now a year old. I had twins
They're
a year
so
ago,
cute.
and so and so I was out for a little bit, so I didn't get to talk about New Year's resolutions, but I love talking about New Year's resolutions.
Did we
Wow.
talk about New Year's resolutions
I
last
can't
year?
remember what we talked about last
I don't
year.
think we did.
I don't
I
think
might
we
have to
did.
go back
Yeah.
and listen.
So it's a new year, always a good time to talk about New Year's resolutions
Okay.
again,
Yeah.
because it's a different year than
For sure.
the one that it was last year, and so
I-
it's different.
I'm assuming that you're a New Year's resolution guy.
I love resolutions. Yes.
Do you complete your resolutions?
No, I don't think anyone really.
There's no
does.
resolve in any of
There's
them.
no resolve. There's no resolve. No. So I think, so backing up a little bit, I think New Year's resolutions are one of those things that get really bad rap because people are frustrated by not doing their resolutions, that they become cynical and jaded, and they just, they're like, oh, it's not worth, trying new things or working to change whatever because they're, jaded and stuff.
Right.
And I think that's super lame.
Dang.
I just think that's a super lame mindset to have.
Ephraim said that's the loser mindset.
That's a loser mindset, bro. This is a new podcast, guys. This is a growth podcast now. Welcome to New Year's resolution
I'm out.
podcast.
Resolutions to resolute about.
Resolute. Is that a word?
Resolute is a word, yeah,
Is it?
but I used it wrong.
He used it wrong. So yeah,
It's not a verb.
So I love New Year's resolutions. I love resoluting. Is it? No, it's not a verb.
Resoluting.
Resoluting. Yeah. How do you guys feel about resolutions? Lame. Yeah,
Wow.
not into
I'm
it?
not I get this.
She's like, I heard all that you're saying, and
I'm
my
like-
thought is,
wait,
she
I'm
said,
gonna let you
I'm
finish.
firmly in the loser mentality right now.
I think it is a salty feeling I have because it felt like for so long, maybe in my circle that I used to run in, that everyone was like, New Year's resolution, New Year's resolution. Like, if you don't have something that's like big and significant and attainable, or not even attainable, like
Smart goals, right?
smart goals.
yeah, they weren't smart goals. Then like, what the heck are you doing? And so it just felt like these empty things that I'm gonna say I'm gonna do,
Right.
but I have little to no intention of doing them.
But dreaming big.
So like, I think that's why now in my head, if I decide I'm gonna do something, I'm just gonna do it now. Why am I waiting? So that's kind of how I feel with the like New Year resolution.
That's good. Yeah.
Like if you've already decided that you're going to read more, just start reading more now. Why are you waiting?
Right. Don't
for the new
wait.
year.
Don't wait for the
Yeah.
new year. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's solid. Definitely solid. Read.
Yeah. I'm kind of pro. I used to be negative on New Year's resolutions, and now I'm kind of pro resolution. I think primarily because I stopped making it like a big deal about telling people about resolutions, and so it's more like I just like this year I want to focus on this thing, and so I focus on that. And it's not like about proving to other people that I can do it or like posting about it on social media or whatever. It's just like kind of just goals for the year, really, that are personal goals that I'm not like telling everybody about.
But if you don't post about it, it's not real.
Exactly.
Yeah, most of my life isn't real.
We're now getting to the section of the podcast where we're going to share all of our resolutions for people to see and hear about. So no, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So like, I think y'all's perspective on resolutions are super solid because that's where people get like hung up on things. In today's culture, it's like we have to. If I'm not talking about it online, it's not real.
It's not real.
It's not Facebook official.
So crazy. Yeah.
I mean, that was like, a 15-year-old joke, but like
Facebook official,
and so if it's not online, it's not actually happening or I'm guilty of this all the time. I love talking about, because I'm like a idea guy. I like talking about ideas and having ideas. And so when I have something, I'm like, oh, I want to do this thing. I'm immediately telling people about it versus like actually doing something, making steps or doing things, because I'm just like so excited about the idea, you know, and part of like working out the idea is just talking about it for me, and so
external processor,
whether or not it ever happens or occurs in any like capacity.
He's talking about it, whether it's gonna happen or not. He's talking about it.
I'm gonna talk about it, and so that can have that same kind of negative thing, like you talk about it and it's just like it's not gonna happen.
Well, a long time ago, I read like an article about like basically it might be the dopamine release that you get from achieving goals. It's very, very similar to the dopamine release you get from telling people about goals that you have.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so like,
interesting.
But the thing is it has a negative correlation to actually achieving the goal. Whereas if you have a goal and you tell somebody about it, you're getting the same result as if you actually attempted to reach that goal. So you're less likely to actually seek the goal. You're just going to tell people about the goal.
Well, you're already getting the hit of dopamine that you get from the goal in just talking about it, right? And so
hit me up.
So it's like you've got so much more dopamine hits like on the way there or not, maybe not even on the way there.
Than actually doing the thing.
And so.
But the article I was reading was saying that it keeps you from actually doing the goal because you're telling people and you're fulfilling your need for dopamine before actually trying for the goal.
So maybe you can use this in a reverse psychology sort of way of like telling people about things that you like negative habits that you do enjoy, So like if you are addicted to your phone, it's like, oh guys, I just love being on my phone. I'm going to spend so much time on my phone today and I'm going to waste all my day on social media. Maybe that gives you the same sort of dopamine hit. Maybe. Can you trick your brain that well?
Maybe.
What's the opposite of dopamine? I think that's what
Nopamine. It's Nopamine. That's
man, that was so bad. That was really bad.
You mean good?
It's so good.
So if we can give ourselves Nopamines, then we'll be sure to cut the negative habits in our lives.
I think that's just called stress, right?
Cortisol.
I just got a lot of Nopamine right now. I'm just under a lot of stress.
I was typing it. What's the opposite of dopamine? I typed Nopamine.
What's the opposite of Nopamine?
What's the opposite of
so good.
Nopamine? Dopamine, obviously.
Is dope.
Nopamine is dopamine. Dopamine is dopamine.
This is Korra. I don't trust Korra, right?
Oh. Legend of Korra?
Quora. Like,
I know.
Quora.
I know, I've seen it before.
Quora requires a subscription now. It's kind of
really
ridiculous. Yeah. I clicked on it and it was like, you need to register. And I was
Wikipedia will be next. We talked about that the other day,
Yeah,
Wikipedia.
they're like, hey,
give us all the money, please.
Can I have $1?
Just give us anything.
Every time you come, give us $1.
Please.
No,
Please.
Because other people manage this. Like, people create the content pages.
Listen, I have a podcast, okay? So I'm contributing.
I know what I'm talking about.
I'm doing my part. So, yeah. Jeez. So I'm a big fan of resolutions.
Okay.
I think they're fun. I think it's I just think I think it's a like inherent part of how God created the world of
Okay, way to bring conviction to me
just,
right now.
I'm just go with me here, right? I'm just gonna preach a little. No, I'm not. But like the idea that there are seasons in life and they repeat, right? I think is just a picture of God's like faithfulness being renewed all the time. You know that His mercies are new every morning. The sun sets, and
Are you reading
rises
Ecclesiastes
again.
right now?
I'm not, but I'm just saying that a new year, while it's we decided the calendar, it follows a calendar that kind of God gave us in His creation, and so when we are taking part in that and kind of it's not that like there's some magic to it that something magically happens in a new year,
right?
But it's just that realization, just every morning, it's a new day, got a new start, mercies are new, you know what I mean? And so like a new year, it's just a cool way to like grab onto that, because it's obvious for everyone,
Yeah, I mean, even though I'm not a resolution person, I very much have like goals for this year specific. Like, there's a goal that I'm trying to reach in 6 months. There's a goal by the end. Like there's things that
smart goal. That's a time sensitive,
right? Like it's attainable, like realistic, all these things.
Wow.
If you don't know, SMART is an acronym.
Yeah.
For like how you should make goals, which is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely.
I heard a different one for the R. It wasn't realistic. It was I don't remember what it was. Meredith and I were just talking about this the other day, and it was like an interesting one that was because like attainable and realistic are kind of the same,
and manageable and attainable are kind of the same too.
Yeah, it's kind of fair. Yeah, there was some.
But just make them smart.
Either way, it's wicked smart.
Whatever it is, make an acronym. Wicked smart.
Have you seen that movie? Wow.
Wicked smart. What movie?
Good Will Hunting.
Oh. Yes,
no, I have not.
Like parts of it, but I was like a kid.
That's where that came from.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought just Boston people said that.
I mean, that's like where it got really popular. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's also where How You Like Them Apples came from.
Really?
Good Will Hunting. Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Watch party.
Great movie, by the way.
Go ahead and add it to Wikipedia. You're welcome. Send us $1, Wikipedia.
Add it to your 2024 goals to watch Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, there it is. That's attainable.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a fan of New Year's resolutions. Let me know what you think about New Year's resolutions. If you're into those, let us know what yours are. If you want to, keep them a secret.
Right.
If not,
if you want that quick dopamine hit.
Or if you want some Nopamine.
Call this guy up.
I'll push you down the stairs or something.
Oh my gosh. Efren.
It's a short flight of stairs.
Speaking
I
of...
feel sorry for his children.
It'll build character.
Wait, am I a father?
Wow. Speaking of dads pushing their kids down the stairs.
Ooh, wait.
I was just in Colorado.
With my family.
In Colorado, there is like a big old like staircase. Like it's called what is it called? It's like a mile-long trek
None of us
just
have our
upstairs. I have my phone, but
yeah.
You could push somebody down those stairs.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
I didn't see those. Didn't go visit those.
Didn't fall down those.
I really haven't told y'all much about Colorado.
Yeah, your trip.
At all. Yeah. So I chose to drive there with my sister and brother-in-law and their 3 children.
Woohoo.
Was that a smart choice? Probably not.
Specific.
But 30 plus hours in the car round trip was quite a lot. But it was fun. We were supposed to go to up the mountains and do like tubing and all these things. And I knew about altitude sickness beforehand.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I did all the like things to kind of prep for it beforehand. Like I upped my water intake, which I really kind of only, like I don't drink sodas anymore. I really don't drink tea a lot.
Right.
Like, so I kind of really only drink either coffee or water. So I
Which
upped
is dirt water coffee.
Which is dirt water. Bean
Watch
water.
your mouth.
Bean water. Sorry. Yeah. It's bean water.
We got
Get it
bean
right.
water over here.
Bean water everywhere.
And then like there's certain foods that like you eat that help give your body what it needs.
Sure.
And then I came prepped with like an arsenal of like my essential oil potions and like
Did you just bring a can of air?
I didn't.
Can of oxygen?
I didn't pull a Lorax and bring a can of air.
You should have.
I should.
It's a very real thing.
That's real.
I really should have because we get up to the mountains, which we went to the Rockies, which that was really cool. It just in my head, like I'm in the Rockies. The drive there was fine. I think because the air was blowing on me. And then
up into
yeah.
yeah.
We get out of the car and I like within minutes, my body was like, Nopamine. Like, no. Yeah, like this is not it, girl. Like just walking in the parking lot, just casually walking, it's like, oh,
Brutal.
this is gonna be real bad. Yeah, so got like motion sickness, and I took medicine for that. And then we got to the point we were supposed to ride the gondola up to go tubing.
Gondola.
Which I did. Gondola.
Wow.
Sorry, I had to do it.
But I didn't realize that for tubing, we would have to go up higher. I thought that was just like snowboarding and skiing.
Right.
And we weren't doing that. And I see, and I'm looking straight up, and that's how much higher you have to go. And no one in in my family group wanted to actually go any like physical activity in the snow.
Right.
So I was the biggest like push
Let's
for
do
this.
stuff.
Like, let's go do this.
That's so fun.
We have to go do this. So then they found like a resort for us to go to for the day and like do all this stuff. And I get there, I'm like, yeah, I can't go up there. They were so mad at me.
Dude. Oh no.
Brutal.
But I was like, I'll take the baby. It's fine.
This is your party.
Yeah. No, my sister's like, are you kidding me? And she's not like a roller coaster person. So for her to like go up in this gondola, like straight up and then do the tubing, she was like, I want to kill you right now.
The ski lift gondolas are pretty scary. Like,
it looked sketchy.
Right.
I don't understand how
They all do.
It's just an open, like you're just sitting on a bench that's up in the air. Like there's no safety at all.
No,
What's
honestly.
the definition of a gondola for that? Like, is it because like the regular ski lift ones, that's a gondola
that's
too?
what I'm talking about. Yeah, the regular ski lifts.
Yeah.
Because I've been in enclosed ones before.
Yeah,
I've
so
never been.
they ended up choosing an enclosed one because they also had kids.
Right.
I think you like paid extra for the enclosed
Oh
one.
my gosh! Have y'all seen that video of
The one that's just going off
ski
the
lift
rails,
going crazy?
Yeah.
What?
There's a ski lift
Ooh,
that's just like going fast and it's just breaking, and it's like they can't stop it.
And so they're
There's
they're telling
on it?
yeah, and there's people on, and they're like they're telling people who are coming into the drop off station, they're like jump off, and so people are like
There's
jumping,
plenty of space to jump,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
before,
and to land
but
on the
not
powder, like it's like thick snow down
Yeah,
there,
but
still you don't want
still.
to. So they're like jumping and like getting out of the way, and it's like snapping these metal rods. It's just like
It's crazy.
Oh, heck no.
It is a crazy, crazy video.
No,
yeah,
gosh.
it was
It's
terrifying.
already scary enough to get on one of those things,
Yeah.
and to be floating above the
Literally,
air like
yeah.
that. Yeah,
Gosh.
it's crazy.
The last time I went skiing, Aubrey
I was gonna ask, have y'all ever gone skiing?
Yeah, on many occasions.
Whoa, dude.
Okay.
Well, the last time I went, Aubrey hurt herself and she couldn't ski, and so I was like, well, I'll just ski down the mountain a couple times, just because I don't want to waste the day.
Yeah.
And so I get on a ski lift thinking I'm going up to like the first stop, and I read the map wrong, and I got on the ski lift that goes literally to the very top, like the peak of the mountain. And so I'm just riding, and I'm like, how long does this go on for? And so I get to the top and I jump off, and I'm looking at the map up there where it's telling you all the different slopes, and it's like there's a black slope here and a black slope here, and this is like a double black diamond.
Yep.
And that's all your options to get down. And I'm like, I guess I'm doing it black today.
Oh my gosh,
my
dude.
gosh.
Yeah, and like one of the one I chose was like the easiest rated one, but it went down like parallel to another one. But the one on the left was like a wilderness trail where it was like
cool.
there were signs, and it was like, do
Danger.
not go without a like survival pack, do not go without a satellite radio, do not go without like all this equipment. And I'm like, so basically what you're saying is if I veer to the left a little too far, I'm like gonna die.
Holy crap,
So-
dude.
Oh my goodness.
I did manage to get down and survive. But
Clearly.
then, yeah.
I took off my skis and
I walked down the entire
I just
mountain.
rolled the whole way down.
rolled down the
Golly.
mountain. Man, that'll give you some
jeez.
dopamine right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of
dude.
notes.
That's
It
terrifying.
was a really great view though. I mean,
Oh,
I
I
was like at the
bet.
top of the mountain looking out over everything.
Dang,
Awesome.
dude.
Scared.
I skied for the first time, I guess 2 years ago now. We we went on a trip, and that trip there was like a blizzard that had blown through Colorado right before we were supposed to go, and so we were trying to work out the like details to how we can actually get there. We couldn't fly in, so we drove there, which is a long drive to Colorado.
It's so long. Good Lord.
And so we were driving, and where we were going to stay and do our stuff was in the mountains in Breckenridge. And so it's like up in there. And so it was like roads were icy. It was a whole ordeal. And so we only ended up getting to ski one day, and it was like half a day because, you know, you got to kind of figure it out a little bit. And so Meredith just taught me, my wife just taught me how to ski in like a couple hours, and it was actually pretty good. Like it went pretty well. But it's
a brave choice.
A lot of fun. Yeah, right. That's what everybody was like. No, you really want an instructor? No, you really want to get somebody to teach you how to do
just somebody that's not your wife.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Or maybe that's the best person because she can like break it down for his brain.
Yeah,
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Just Nopamine all day long.
Stop.
No, yeah, stop, please. Let it go. No, but it really was. It was honestly really pretty, not bad at all. So.
Not bad.
Have I told the story of my first skiing experience on the pod?
I don't think
so.
Okay, so I'm in 8th grade, and our youth group is going on a ski trip, right?
Oh,
and so
terrible choice to take a youth group skiing.
Our youth group is going skiing, and so we go skiing, and I've never skied before in my life. And I was like, I don't need to take lessons, right? I don't want to waste a half a day on the bunny slope doing lessons.
Right.
And so I just got some pointers from like some of the high school kids, because I'm in 8th grade. So the high school guys were just giving me pointers.
Meredith's like, let me tell you how to do it.
Right. Meredith, yeah. No, we weren't in the same youth group. So, but anyway, so this place we were at, it was called Keystone. It was Keystone, Colorado.
That's where we went.
Oh, you went to Keystone?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah. So we were up in Keystone, and Keystone, you go all the way to the very top of the mountain, and there's a green that is like 3.5 mile green slope that you just go like back and forth down the mountain. And so my friends and I were like, we're going to race down this green. And so we're racing, and we do it a couple of times, and I'm feeling pretty confident. Like I feel like I'm a pretty good skier at this point. And we go up to the top, and we're racing, and I'm going fast. And I'm getting confident, and I see this little trail. I see a guy go off into the woods, and then like later he hops out of the woods, and I'm like, I want to do that.
Oh, God.
And I was like, hey, I'm going to take this trail. And my friend Kyle said, no, don't do that. I said, nah, it's going to be great. He's like, no, don't do it. And I'm like, I'm going to do it. So I hop in there. I'm telling you, this thing was so wild. It started like it had berms and stuff, and I had never done any berms, and it like had turns. It would like dip and turn and arc and stuff. And I was like, started going, and I'm like going way too fast, and I'm like, oh crap! And there's trees on either side of me, and I'm not wearing a helmet.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't have a helmet. We didn't have helmets that day. And so I'm like surviving, and then I get to the very end where it shoots me back onto the main thing, and it's like a deep dip and curve that like shoots you back out. And I'm like going so fast, I'm like, I don't think I can hit this right. And so I reach out and try to grab a tree to like hook myself in. And so I grab the tree, it rips out of my hand. I never grabbed the tree. It just like smacks my hand, and I just go shooting off into the woods. And so I'm like, oh crap, like what do I do? And so I like turned, and my legs smacked into a tree. And the next thing I remember hitting the tree, and the next thing I remember is I'm sitting up against a different tree. And my friend Kyle comes skiing up, and he stops, and he goes, dude, are you okay? You flipped. And I was like, and so I'm like, yeah, I think I'm fine, actually.
I guess so.
So I try to stand up, and then I collapse. My leg won't hold me up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so I pulled back my ski pants, and I hit the tree so hard. Like my ski pants weren't ripped. I just hit the tree so hard that my skin just split open. And like I'm just looking at like my leg bleeding onto the snow. And I can like I reached down and I touched my shin bone.
Why?
You did not.
Because I'm a kid.
This feels fake. This feels fake.
It's not fake. I have the scar still. It's like the most intense scar I have. And so I'm like, I don't think I can ski down. And so like 2 minutes later.
I'm going no.
2 minutes later.
How about no?
I'm thinking no.
2 minutes later, a rescue person with a sled comes over, and they're like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I hit a tree and I can't ski down. And they're like, okay. So they strap me onto the sled, and they take me down. And I went down a blue on a sled. I had never been down a blue before. My first time was on a rescue sled. And so I get to the bottom of the mountain and they take me to like the resort hospital where like they treat people, and the doctor is like berating me the whole time. He's like mad that I was skiing. He's like, we put kids on 2 sticks and we send them down a mountain. It's the worst idea I've ever heard of.
That's amazing.
So he's just like berating me, and I had to get 18. I don't know. I had to get like 9 stitches, but I remember getting like a ton of
Staples?
No, it was
Morphine?
the morphine shots or whatever to numb my leg. That was the most painful thing. It was just like into the thin skin around my shin bone. It was just like shoving it in there.
Dude,
So yeah, I have a big scar.
Was it broken? Wasn't broken?
No, my shin bone didn't break.
Crazy, dude.
I just smacked it
With
so
your
hard.
ankles, dude? That's
Well,
crazy.
it's my ankles, right?
No, just kidding.
With your ankles, dude.
But yeah, I just like split my skin open. It was
That is
terrible.
sickening.
Yeah. I'll show you guys the scar.
It's such a Reid story of like, so I reached down and touched my ankle bone.
And that was my shin
Or my
bone.
shin bone. Dang it, I
Gosh.
did it again.
With your shins,
With
dude.
your shins, dude.
But yeah, since then I've been snowboarding and skiing a couple of times. But yeah, I wear a helmet now all the time.
Yeah.
That's not gonna help your shin.
No, but it was
about
like
his ankles?
It was like when I was in that moment.
what I wanna
It was
know.
like in that moment when I grabbed the tree. It was like I either throw myself this way and hit my legs, or I throw myself this way and hit my head. And so I threw myself this way so that I hit my legs instead of my head.
I'm still just. I love the thought that you're just like. I've seen cartoons before. I'm gonna grab this tree and spin it around.
Put a momentum myself out. I mean, at
It's
that
like a
point,
Wile E. Coyote kind of deal. Like
it was like a last ditch effort. It's like you either grab this tree and shoot yourself off into the main concourse area, or you just go flying at full speed into a bunch of trees. And so it's like,
Jeez, dude.
I got one shot.
Did you not like pizza your things?
No,
to slow
this
you
trail
down?
was not.
Pizza.
This trail, I'm telling you, this trail was about as wide as I was. So it's like your skis are straight up. You cannot.
my gosh.
It's like all you can do is ride the
divots and
the divots and the berms.
Jeez.
But I was going too fast because like I couldn't dip, and I just didn't have enough skill.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. So I really am lucky I didn't hit my head and die.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, that's
honestly. Jeez.
throw kids out there on sticks and
That's what he said. The
That's
nurse
amazing.
apologized after he left the room. It was so
that's the
funny.
10th kid he's yelled at.
Yeah. Right.
Basically, yeah.
Jeez, that's so funny.
It was very funny.
Was it funny? How'd your mom feel after that?
My mom was not happy, but I mean, it was funny after it happened. Everybody laughed about it, and it was all good. But yeah, I hurt
The
myself pretty
insurance they had to have taken out on you is insane.
Yeah, how was your youth pastor after that, right? It
bad.
was a youth trip, right?
Yeah, it was a youth trip.
Oof.
That's the last one.
Yeah, she was. I mean, she was worried about it. But I mean, I don't really remember getting
She's
in
like,
trouble.
I've been here before.
She was
with
like
this.
stressed.
Like they were worried about the situation, but I don't remember getting in trouble for that. But they did make everybody get a helmet the next morning.
Nice. That's probably
Because that was day one. Like we were there for
Jeez.
3
Way
days.
to ruin a
Ruin the
trip, Reid.
Ruin
Yeah.
the trip, Reid. Come on.
So,
Gosh.
whoops.
So when you're laying there and your skin's open, you're seeing your ankle, shin bone, how much Nopamine do you think was flooding through your body at that point?
Gallons of it. I had gallons of Nopamine.
Gallons of Nopamine.
Just pouring through my,
I
my body.
I hate that this word is going to stick with us for at least a month.
Oh yeah, 2024, baby.
Outside of the pod, like just in our
2024.
friend group, Nopamine's going to be
Man,
everywhere.
That's giving me major Nopamine. I'm
Yeah.
out.
that's giving me some Nopamine. I
Jeez.
just got a lot of Nopamine today. I think I need a mental health.
I'm going to text my boss.
Yeah, try it with your
Try it
boss
on your
this
boss,
week.
yeah.
And see
We're
what they
minting
say.
a new word, Nopamine. You heard it here
Nopamine.
first.
Nopamine. You heard it here
Golly,
first.
that's your word of the year, guys.
Word of the year.
Nopamine.
That's my goal for the year.
Yeah.
What if somebody
Okay.
already came up with it? It'd be so sad.
Yeah, I mean, it
Trademark
probably-
it right now.
That's okay. Hurry, Reid, do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Well, I mean, I didn't touch my shin bone, but I did try to search for a can of air. They didn't have them. And so
So they didn't have air.
they didn't have.
There was no air?
Air.
No air.
Hair.
Oh, hair
From the Lord.
Right.
Goodness.
Sorry.
But the lady had, so I found like an O2 station, and I'm thinking like, oh, it's just gonna be a bunch of hippies, like, a can of air, all that stuff.
Right.
No, it was a boutique, like with a chair right by the door,
Like a salon?
like a boutique, like a clothing boutique.
Oh, okay.
Just full of clothes. This lady had her dog in there.
Oh, so like a store.
So like a store. And I'm sitting in this chair and she gives me one of the little nose tubes. And so it looks like I'm like a patient. and I'm hooked up to like an oxygen tank. I'm just sitting there. And then when people, I have a picture to show y'all, but when people would walk in the door, they would just look at me. And at first I'm like,
hey,
welcome in.
Wow.
You're the greeter.
And after a while, I was just like, put your head down. Stay on your phone.
After your voice went.
Oh, this is before.
Oh, so you weren't just like, hey, what's up? Hey, how's it going?
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the store.
Yeah, so that was quite a humbling experience for sure. The rest of the trip was pretty.
There's not anything there.
What a roast.
It's just a bunch of poo. It like evening, morning, it all just still smelled like manure.
Isn't Texas Tech near Lubbock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend that
Sucks.
went to Texas Tech and he was like, yeah, that's what it smells like. I'm like, oh, like I'm not even being dramatic. Like that's what it smells like. He goes, yeah, there's like a couple hours in the day where the wind shifts. And I'm like, all right.
You get used to it.
But then I got stuck in an elevator at the hotel.
Wow.
In Lubbock?
In Lubbock.
What a dream vacation.
What a struggle bus.
No, literally. I didn't know that was like a fear of mine. I'm getting stuck in an elevator until I got stuck in an elevator. I was with this other lady. She had a red robe on that had a lot of holes in it.
Oh.
Little Red Riding Hood?
Mrs. Claus?
Mrs. Claus?
Oh, she was on her way. But it was like during breakfast time and she had like plates full of muffins.
Oh, no.
And she was like, I'm just trying to get these muffins to my grandkids. And I'm like, I'm just trying not to get stuck in this elevator. And someone like tried to shove their body through the door to open it up. And it kept doing like this number. And I'm like, he's going to die. This is Final Destination.
Right.
This is insane.
This is not going to be good. But yeah, that's a new fear unlocked.
Did y'all share the muffins in the elevator?
We didn't, but first, I mean, it was just like 8 minutes. We were stuck in there.
That's a long time.
It was a very long time.
Did y'all establish a pee corner?
That was the first thing that popped in my head. It was like, establish a pee corner.
Classic.
Yeah, at that point, I'm like, I just want to get the heck home. I'm so sick of this trip.
I'm so done.
This is the cherry on top.
In Colorado, did you experience altitudes?
What?
That's a major thing. When you have altitude sickness, it increases like your flatulence.
Are you serious?
Yeah. For real.
Altitudes.
Yeah.
And that's what people call it?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
The altitudes.
Why is that kind of cute though?
I got the altitudes. Sorry. I'm just going to start saying that too. Sorry, I got altitudes right now. A lot of dopamine.
What?
Sorry, Nopamine.
Nopamine is in Urban Dictionary, and there's actually an artist on Spotify that has 4 monthly listeners called Nopamine.
Hey.
4 monthly listeners.
I don't know what they sound like, so check them out if you want.
Maybe check them out
not by our recommendation.
At your own discretion.
Sure.
Altitudes. I mean, I can't say that I remember an increase of gas in my body.
Wikipedia has an article called High Altitude Flatus Expulsion.
Yikes. Gross.
I mean, I
whole article.
only felt that altitude sickness when we were up in the mountains. The rest of the time I was fine.
Yeah.
When we were at, I think the elevation that we're at, the house was like 7,000 or 8,000. Then went up and we were at like
That's pretty high.
13, 14.
Those are both really high.
Yeah. So the higher, it was just, I wasn't a fan, but the rest of the time I was fine.
Yeah. When we went a couple years ago, when the house we stayed in was in the mountains, and the elevation of the house I think was like 11 or something. No. So it was right outside the highest incorporated town, like the highest elevation in the country.
Yeah,
called Alma. Mm-hmm. It's like kind of cool little small town. Mm-hmm. They have an Allmart.
Nice.
Wait, that's sweet,
isn't it? And but yeah, and so it's right outside that town, and then you went up like a hill, a little mountain to get up to the house. And so my parents were on the trip, and it was a struggle for them. They were like, "This is pretty brutal." You know?
Sick and stuff.
Yeah, they were sick, and so
when I was like going down, my dad's like, "I don't understand why you're going down. I'm old," because he just had his 70th birthday, and I was like, "Yeah, I get the irony. I get it. I understand."
Jeez,
just built different.
So in 2024, are you looking to go back to Colorado, get back up in the altitude?
I'm gonna have to say no.
No? Okay. That's not on your goals?
That's on my goals.
Okay.
Other trips, yes, but back to Colorado, no.
Gotcha. Okay. Good.
My resolutions are a secret. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
a secret you wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand.
It's good. It's good. Let us know what your resolutions are if you want, or if you want to keep them a secret. Let us know if you experience altitudes.
It's a real.
Or if you have dopamine.
I suffer from it.
Or no.
Happy New Year.
I'm over it.